Hey everybody, Vanisher01 here. I've got the AN-94 footage for you here. Now, I'm using the SG553 at the start here. I have the AN-94 already done, and then I had this game tonight. Now I thought, well, this kind of shows the gun off a bit better. A lot more action going on than the one I had previously planned to put out, and redid the commentary. So, yeah, twice as much work, but I think this is a better video to show off the AN-94. So if you don't know the map I'm playing, it's Gulf of Oman. I don't mind this map. Very hard to get the BM come on the first base. If your team's not attacking with you, which rarely happens these days on Battlefield 3, it's very hard to play. Very hard to get that MCOM station. Yes, the PTFO movement has kind of died in the arse when it comes to Battlefield 3. People aren't interested at all. But I'll save that for another video. Got the AN-94 now. Now, as you can see, as soon as I spawn in, the gun is on burst fire mode. So you saw I stopped then and put it onto fully automatic, which is probably a good thing because I've got these two guys sitting right here. Now, that is one thing I would have liked to have seen changed, and if they can change it, I'd really like it. It should be a fully automatic gun when you spawn in, because just having that burst fire mode gets you really caught out sometimes and you forget about it. And so I'm like, which target do I go for right there? Because I saw that one guy and then I saw another guy and I thought, oh shit, which one? But as you can see, it's got quite a fair amount of recoil on it. I've got a silencer on it, which is kind of bringing the recoil down a bit. If you don't know about that, your silencer's on, the suppressor's on. I want to use the technical term correctly for it. And it will bring the recoil rate down. Makes it a little easier to handle. Look, my penis. There you go. Penis joke for you right there. The burst fire mode is kind of ridiculous. The recoil rate does affect the burst fire mode quite significantly, so you're better off putting it in full automatic and just tapping out the round yourself and using your own trigger discipline to, you know, achieve that burst fire that you need. Because yeah, just the way the scope jumps around on burst fire just does not help your situation at all. So it's just quite good with the composite. Might want to use a red dot. ACOG, maybe not. Maybe in burst fire mode if you can, or even, I don't know. I've tried it with all the scopes, and no, I'm not a fan of the ACOGs, as I've said before. Find it a little disorientating when you scope up to have that zoom in kind of thing. That's just a personal preference of mine. Some people handle it quite well. I don't really like it myself. So typically I'll run the red dot or cobra sight or a hollow. You really don't want to use the iron sights with this gun. It is probably the worst iron sights, and the FAMAS. Think of the FAMAS, that's exactly what it's like, you know. Just a really terrible iron sight. The fire rate on the AN-94 isn't too bad. You still have a kind of a jittering around with the recoil, even on hip fire, which can make it a little, you know, wild to handle. Look at this guy's spitting and shooting. I just back up and shoot him. If he just done the same thing, we probably would have had me. The real disappointment, I have to talk about it, is just the player mentality on Battlefield 3. My mates and I noticed it tonight. Just the only people attacking the MCOM, you know, just putting in all the effort to arm the MCOMs, to defend the MCOMs. I mean, look, nobody's bothered to bring in engineer. I've had that brick, we call it a brick at the AAV, but we call it a brick because it's like a brick. But having that sitting back there, and you know, Aussie had to spawn in and go for it with the tank. Nobody came back. Everybody's down the front trying to get their spawn kill on, because you can practically see the enemy spawn from, you know, these spaces right here. So people just sit back and they don't even really care. I don't know why people are going for kills over defending their MCOM stations. I had a guy tonight on the enemy team on Strike at Karkan. The BM come on, the first base was armed, and it went off and I jumped over the edge, and there was a guy just sitting right next to the MCOM, just off to the right of it, who didn't even bother coming around the corner to defuse his MCOM. He was just waiting for people to walk around a corner. And I just really can't understand the mentality of it. I mean, a lot of people have played Bad Company 2. A lot of people have watched the commentators, the Deca guys, the Quantic Media guys. You know, people like me, just some asshole with a microphone, you know? And I don't know, who are these people? Where are they in the game when we're all playing? Why aren't people actually attacking and defending their MCOMs? It boggles my mind. Now, I've used the football analogy in the past where, you know, you're the one that's running with the ball, you're playing the game how it's supposed to be played, you're following the rules of the game in a sense, and you turn to pass to a teammate and he's sitting over the try line with his thumb up his ass, or over on the sideline, you know, with his thumb up his ass. Because nobody seems to be in the game. They all seem to be doing their own bloody thing, and it's becoming very tedious to actually try to play the game by, I guess, you know, the rules where you attack or defend. You don't just go for the kills and sit off the edge of the map. Anyway, rant over. I'll catch us again next time, and thanks for watching.